Lying is all fun and games until you get caught. Getting caught in some lies are worse than others. If you're lying about your golf score or your bowling score, not that big of a deal. It's just a stretch. But when a cop pulls you over and asks you how many drinks you had, then he gives you the breathalyzer, that was a little bit different. And one of the worst of all is lying about your wiener size. That's right, I said it. Fellas out there telling lies about their ability and size. You got to be careful because one day you'll be asked to back it up. And then what? And then what? You know, you don't say you're the highest jumper on the team if you're in a wheelchair. Don't be a midget saying you got no problem wiping your ass with those little floppy arms that only hang down to your belly button. And even when you're leaning side to side, they still only reach your butt crack. That's a bunch of nonsense. Because the time's going to come when you're going to be asked to back it up. And then what? So, if you're a guy running around announcing size gibberish out loud for all to hear, you should be cautious of what kind of lady you're going to attract. One that is expecting to receive what you have promised that you can deliver. Before you start throwing that line out there, telling everybody within earshot how big you are, you better be ready for what you're going to reel in. If you're going to be out there fishing with a big bait, you're going to catch a big old hungry fish. And you better be ready to fucking feed it. Let me explain it this way. If you only got one little packet of tartar sauce, don't order the large fish sandwich because you don't have enough sauce for the large size sandwich. Order a sandwich that is in relation to the amount of sauce you have to squirt upon it. When you spread the buns to access the piece of fish, and you don't have enough to handle that piece of fish that size, no one gets satisfied. No one. Not the fish, not the sandwich, and not you. Not you. I wrote a story about it. It's called Size Lies and Pudding Pies. A blue whale's penis weighs 150 pounds and is 10 foot long. That's more than a giant pile of human dongs. That thunderstick swings harder than a Bruce Lee kick and is more meat than a trailer park full of hoes can lick. Now, King Kong has a big ding-dong. It's estimated to be about 2 buses long and runs deeper than a George Jones song. An Argentina lake duck has one that's 1.5 feet. That's more than a stick. That's a staff. And as it swims along, it clubs fishes in the head just for laughs. Yeah. An elephant has 36 inches hanging. That keeps all the ladies in the herd singing, talking about the way that dingle is dangling. Considering all dongs in the sea, on land, and in the air, fellas, our wiener game ain't really that strong, and proportionally our stroke really ain't that long. So guys, before you start spreading lies, intentional or accidental, about your size, do some research on perspective and then you'll realize it's all about the way you use that tool when you're up in them thighs slicing them pies. The moral of the story is the thing to remember, kids. You can fool some of the women some of the time, but not all of the women all of the time. And the women that you fooled some of the time might have a giant dinosaur coochie. And by the time you find out, you already sitting at the table. It's too late. You can't get up until you finish that plate. Don't talk it if you can't walk it. Don't tease it if you can't please it. Don't make a promise if you can't keep it. Don't get it hungry if you can't feed it. Stop them lying, guys.